Hey guys, we'll just start at 3:31. Okay guys, hello everyone and thank you for attending today's 5th grade math live stream. Sorry. Today the topics we're going to be covering are multiplying and dividing decimals. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in chat. And if you need any other helps, be sure to look at our website where we have all of our recorded videos and our previous recorded live streams. And in addition, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. It really does help out our channel and it encourages us to do more. So with that being said, the TEKS we're going to cover today are 5.3D, 5.3E, and 5.3F. And I just realized I should put a comma there. There. So with that being said, let's start with our first problem. Our first problem, which is the TEK 5.3D, is from the STAR 2019 test, question number 13. I am so sorry. 13 is 5.3E. It's not 5.3D. So, with that being said, as always, let's start reading the question. And as we read, let's highlight any key information. So Dion ran 3.75 kilometers. Should probably decrease the. Dion ran 3.75 kilometers each day to prepare for a race. What was the number of kilometers that Dion ran? So number of kilometers that Dion ran during 28 days. Okay, so basically what the question is saying is that Dion ran 3.75 kilometers each day, and we want to figure out how many total kilometers he ran in 28 days. So for this kind of problem, we're going to have to use multiplication, and more specifically multiplying 28 by 3.75. And the reason why we have to do this, say day 1. We have day 1 right here. He ran 3.75 kilometers. And on day 2, he ran a total of 3.75 plus 3.75. Oh, sorry guys. He ran a total because he ran 3.75 on that day, and because of that, on those 2 days, he in total he ran 7.5 days, 7.5 kilometers, and on the 3rd day he ran 3.75 times. He ran 11.25 or 11 and a quarter kilometers. I should probably label that km. So the question is asking us how many total kilometers did he run on the 28th day? So day 28. So how many? So we see this is basically repeated addition. And repeated addition is multiplication. So we're going to have to multiply. So we're going to have to multiply 3.75 times 28. And there's many methods to multiply, but since this is decimals, I recommend using the normal standard method. But you can definitely look into more methods on multiplying. Or if you're not comfortable with multiplying, then you can just add 3.75 28 times, but that's really lengthy, so you might want to use this method. So with that being said, 5 times 8 is 40, so 0 here, carry forward the 4. 7 times 8 is 56, carry forward, or plus 4 is 60, so 0, and then 3 times 8, 6, carry forward the 6, because 7 times 8 is 56 plus 4 60, and then 3 times 8 is 24 multiplied by, 24 plus 6 is 30. So 3, 0, 0, 0. So next what we're gonna have to do is put the decimal over here. So 3.75 is the decimal is after 2 decimal places. So let me demonstrate actually. Okay, so 375 times 8, that would have gone us 3,000. But because we're multiplying with the decimal 2 places to the left, we have to move the decimal, which would be right here, 2 places to the left. So decimal is right there. Now we're going to have to multiply 3.75 times 2. So 5 times 2 is 10, so 0 right here, carry forward the 1. 7 times 2 is 14, plus 1, 15, so 5 would be right here. And then carry forward the 1. And 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1, 7. And you wouldn't have to carry forward anything. So you see, let's apply the same method right here. So if we were multiplying 375 times 2, then our answer would be, our answer would be 750. But we're multiplying 3.75, and our decimal, which was right here, would move 2 places to the left. So for our answer, the decimal also has to move 2 places to the left. So 7.5 right here. And so we see, let's actually not worry about the decimal at the moment. We see that 2 is actually in the tens place. Oh, I made a huge mistake. So 2 is in the tens place actually, which means that we're not multiplying 3.75 times 2, we're multiplying it by 20. And that would get us 7,500. See, that's like one easy mistake one can make. Is just multiply 3.75 times 2. But in reality, 2 is in the tens place, so we're multiplying by 20. So, once again, 3.75 times 20. That should get us. So now we move the decimal place to the left twice. So we have our imaginary 0 here. So to here. So 0 plus, so now we just add these up. 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 0 is 0, point. 0 plus 5 is 5, then 3 plus 7 is 10. So our answer would be B, right here. So during the 28 days, he would have run 105 kilometers. So now let's move on to our next problem. Alright, so this is representing TEK number 5.3D. So let's read the problem, and as we read, let's highlight any key information. George bought 3 peppers for a cost of $0.4 each. The model represents the situation. Which equation shows how much the total cost in dollars and cents of the peppers George bought. So we can either use the little visual that they showed us, or we can just use the top part, and I'm going to try to solve it using both ways. So it says George bought 3 peppers, so 3 peppers, and for a cost of 0.4 each. So 1 pepper would be $0.4, 2 peppers would be $0.8, and 3 would be 3 times 0.4, which would equal 1.2. So 1.2. And we see that right here. $1.2. We see that right here. H would be our answer. Now let's try using the visual as well. We see with the visual that $1 is this much. It's like this whole 10 by 10 little square. So now let's look at this part right here. We see that there are 4 little columns, and if you count it, there are 10 blocks in each column. And if we look at this, $1 is this whole thing. That means a column of it would be 1 divided by 10, which would be $0.1 or 10 cents. So you see that in like each little box there are 4 of these columns. That means there is 0.1 times 4 equals 0.4. and you see that there are 3 different boxes, each with 0.4, each with 4 columns are equivalent to $0.4. So what we would have to do is we would have to multiply like the 3 boxes times the $0.4, and that would get us $1.2, which also matches H right here. So there's 2 methods of doing it. If you're a person who just likes to read the problem and solve it, then use this method, 3 times 0.4. If you're more of a visual person, then use the little visual diagram that they gave us. But either way, we get H as our answer. Now on to the last problem. So as usual, let's highlight and start reading the problem. The hundredths model is shaded to represent a division problem. And which equation is represented by the model? Okay, so okay. You see that there is this one hole right here. This 10 by 10 cube, or not cube, 10 by 10 square is equal to 1 hole. That means this shaded section must be, if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll just write 0.8 because if this is 1 hole, then this has to be 1 divided by 10, and then multiply that by 8 because there's 8 different columns. So you get 0.8, and then you see the columns here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there are 9 columns there. So 0.9, because 9 times 1 divided by 10 is equal to 0.9. And then we multiply 0.9 times 0.8 to get us 0.72. And 0.72 is the shaded region's area. So 0.72. Let me write it in a different color so that you guys can see better. 0.72. So, which equation is represented by the model? So let me just erase that really quickly. We see that this little 0.2 area is divided by these black lines, and they divide the area 9 times. See, like 1 black line, so it's divided 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm not counting the number of black lines, I'm counting the little region between the black lines. And we see that the black lines have divided the area by 9 times. So 0.72 divided by 9. And if we calculate that, then first And if we calculate this, then that will get us the equation represented by the model. So 0.72 divided by 9 is equal to what? Well, let's first multiply 72 divided by 9. And 9 times 8 is 72, so 72 divided by 9 is 8. But we're dividing by 0.72. That means the decimal, which was right here, would go back 2. That means our answer would also go back by 2, and a 0 would be right here. So that means our answer is 0.08. And we see this perfectly matches equation D. So D would be our final answer. Thank you so much for joining today's live stream. I hope you guys learned something from this live stream, and until next time, I hope you progress and study hard for the STAR test.